Hi everybody. The first thing I want to say is that I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to do this video. I've been extremely demotivated and depressed recently, and doing a video on this wasn't really something that I wanted to do. And my first gender clinic appointment was the 1st of March. It's quite a while ago now. I'm filming this on the 9th of April, so it's been over a month. The clinic is closer to my house than it is from my flat in London, so I travelled back home the day before. On the 28th of February it was really snowy and it was so stressful on the journey back because I didn't know if I was going to make my train or not, or if I would even be able to make it home. So I was ill, and then I came back home and the pipes had frozen over, so there was no heating or cold water. So that's just kind of setting the scene for how I felt when I woke up the next morning. I was sick, I was cold, it was snowing, it is March the 1st and it is snowing. Somehow we arrived there at 10 o'clock, so I was there an hour early. I had a bunch of work to do. I sat down at 10 past 10, I was ready to spend my time until my appointment. Probably should mute my... Oh my goodness, no, stop it. And then at quarter past 10, this woman comes out. We are gonna call her Melissa, that is not her real name. Melissa comes out and she calls my name, and I'm like, wait, what? It's still like 45 minutes early. I walked in to a room with Melissa, and this is really bad of me. I don't know if Melissa is a doctor, a nurse, someone who just works at the gender clinic. Down to nerves and stress, I've kind of forgotten a lot of details from this appointment. And I really did want to make this video earlier, like closer to when the actual appointment happened, so I could tell you guys as much about it as possible, but I didn't, so we're just gonna deal with that. Essentially what this whole appointment was, I think it lasted for about an hour and a half, I think. It essentially was a massive therapy session. For those of you who have had therapy before, you will probably understand what I mean by that. Covered the general topics that would be covered in a therapy session. We talked about family, we talked about relationships, hobbies, school, work, friends, that kind of stuff. The only thing that was different, what I had experienced before in my therapy sessions, was that there was most definitely a section which we focused upon, which was about my body and genitals specifically, which obviously was quite uncomfortable. Talking to like a complete stranger about my body and my sexual health and life and stuff like that was really uncomfortable, as I'm sure anyone would find it, even if you're not trans. Melissa was really lovely. She was super understanding and progressive, very open-minded, which was one of the things I was really worried about before I went to the clinic. I was worried that as a trans guy who doesn't bind and wears makeup, I was worried that my appearance would deter whoever was at the clinic, and it would take longer for me to progress because of that, and that they wouldn't be as convinced of my identity. To that appointment, I didn't wear any makeup. I wore quite masculine clothing. I didn't know how open-minded and progressive the people working there would be, but at my gender clinic, they were really open-minded. Was there anything else? At the end of the appointment, we organised for my second appointment, we arranged. This is kind of where things went a little bit downhill because, oh my god, I ate too much pasta. The next appointment is at the end of May, so bearing in mind that this first appointment happened March 1st, that is a 3-month wait. I knew this would happen. I knew that even when you're in the system of the gender clinic, that appointments still do take a long time because they have to see a lot of people. But it is still disappointing. It's so disappointing anyway, even if you've prepared yourself. Melissa said that I'm not sure when about these would be happening, but she would write a letter to my GP asking for general blood tests to be taken in preparation for starting hormones. She asked me if I wanted a copy of that letter that they would send to my GP, sent to me, and I said yes because it's just more proof and evidence that something is happening. I got that letter a couple of weeks ago, and when we organised my next appointment, my second appointment apparently will be with 2 people now. It will be with Melissa and with someone else. I don't know who that someone else is. I think it's another doctor or just another person who works at the clinic as a second opinion. I've actually made a playlist for these videos called Transition. I don't know where it will be because I don't know how to do YouTube. Obviously there are only 2 videos about it now, but just so you know, there is a playlist that exists that I will be updating any new videos that I make about my transition or just gender stuff in general. Okay, bye bye.